Hello. Okay, we are live. I'm going to give this a few seconds for people to join. It's always like a little bit delayed with YouTube, but good morning. Happy Tuesday. For those of you who are joining me, welcome. Feel free to chat in the comments. So, a couple things. One is today we are going to be voting for the final round of the Goodreads Choice Awards. As you can see in the thumbnail, it just dropped. So I haven't looked at what made the finals. We're going to do that together. And Isabella, who was with me last time for the semifinals, she will probably be joining me as well in a few minutes. We're going to keep this shorter. Number one, there's fewer books to talk about because it's the finals. So hopefully it'll be shorter. And also, I have to do some errands before I pick my kids up from school. So we're not going to be on here nearly as long as last time. So FYI. Hello. Hi, Idealist Agrees. So we're going to do the voting. We're going to go through it a little quicker. At some point, Isabella's probably going to pop on. She said she'd be a little bit late, which is fine. We'll get started here in a minute. If you want to vote along with me or tell me who you're voting for, you're welcome to do that. I'll share my screen when we get going here. And then we're going to do a few productivity sprints. I am aiming to do this for an hour and a half altogether or a little bit longer because I have kids to pick up from school and have other stuff to do. Hi, Helen. So let me know if you guys have voted yet or looked at it or not, or if you're doing it with me now. Yay. Hello. Good. I'm glad people are able to join. So yeah, so that's the plan. Voting, couple productivity sprints. We're going to keep this short and sweet, and we'll aim to be done 12:30 Eastern, maybe a little after. That's kind of what we're shooting for. Hey, Beth. Good morning. Okay, cool. So I am going to share my screen in just a minute. Hello, good morning. And okay, quick question before I do it. Haven't voted. Okay, haven't voted yet. Gonna do it now. Awesome. Is anybody else gonna be voting with me? Oh, here, Isabella's here. Hey.
Hello.
All right. Awesome. Good timing. I was just doing an intro. And I was telling them too, there'll be fewer things to talk about because it's fewer, already kind of, so it should be faster. We'll do a couple of sprints, and then I'm aiming to be done between 12:30, 12:45 is kind of what we're gonna, I think, shoot for. So voting now, voting with, yay! Oh, good, people are voting with us. Isabella, you are frozen, so I know sometimes you run into some problems. We'll see how that goes. Okay, guys, might have some technical difficulties, so we'll work that out. I am going to share my screen, and we're gonna see. Hold on. This always takes a minute.
I'm just gonna switch to my phone. That'll be easier.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right. Go to, here we go. All right, here's my Goodreads. Hey, Ashley. Awesome. Yay, voting now. Awesome. Okay, Isabella, I'm gonna add you. Okay, great. Better? Yeah, your phone seems to work better for the.
I don't know. It's literally just in my apartment. It drives me insane.
I don't know. Oh. Hi, Julia. Guys. Okay, so let's do this. Vote in the final round. The final round is here. Let's see what made it. All right, we'll start with fiction. We're going to do several of these and then we'll sprint, but we're going to do more at once than we did last time because we have less time. And yeah. All right, so first up, let's look at fiction. I don't think I even voted in this. Okay, so here's what made the final round. This is not surprising to me.
No. It's none of the write-ins ever make it. And it's what's the point then?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But also the ones Such a Fun Age, I think I thought would be here. My Dark Vanessa, I think, is what I had guessed was going to be the winner.
Mm-hmm. No, all of these except for, I mean, I'm surprised. I would say, I mean, I've heard really good things about the Midnight Library. And then I think Big Summer, but all of these, the other ones, looking at them, are all super popular, all sell really well.
Yeah, it is a good list. We've got someone who voted for My Dark Vanessa. So again, I'm not going to be voting in this category because I've not read any of these. 3 of them on your TBR. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm interested. We'll see when I actually get to them, but I'm interested in Such a Fun Age and Anxious People, maybe Transcendent Kingdom, maybe Glass Hotel. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to be voting for Dear Edward. I
Okay.
did really love that book.
Great.
So anyone read that? I'm curious because, like, it's just like I think it was a read with Jenna pick, but it was really good. But of course, I'm not surprised to see American Dirt on here. But
yeah, I mean, probably the most controversial pick here. All on your TBR. Okay, nice. Yeah, I feel like reviewing books, I read a lot more 2020 releases, Julia. Okay, cool. So I'm not voting in this category, but we saw what made it. Let's look at mystery thriller. Ugh, why the wives? Come on.
I don't know. It was so bad. You guys, it was so bad. We all read it together.
Some people really liked it. I know. We read it for Patreon book club.
It was fine until the end was the issue.
I know. I hated the ending.
And it was like one of those things where, like, it's not too often for me that the ending of a book can go from like a 4 or 5 stars all the way down. Like, it can go down, but like not that far.
Yeah, it was not great. Not great. Read When No One Is Watching and Home Before Dark. Okay, yeah, I've read The Wives, The Guest List. So I've read a lot of these. This is surprising. Yeah. This usually is not the case. I've read, The Wives, The Guest List, Sundown Motel, When No One Is Watching, and I've read 5 of them, and Home Before Dark. That's wow. What is happening? And One by One is on my TBR.
I think I read 4.
Okay,
yeah, that's not bad. I mean, the thing is, like, I really like thrillers. I just don't read as many of them as I would like. I think because I focus so much on like the age group 0 to 17.
That's like a lot of what you read. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I read a lot of children's, but like picture books, which they're so fun and delightful. So that's fine.
Ashley, I agree with you. I think it should have been horror. When I was watching. I agree.
It's like also they put it on, like, they wrote a thriller on the on the cover too. So like I feel like that also just makes people think that it's a thriller when it's a thriller. Horror.
It's horror. It's not.
It's really horror. Oh yeah, it's like Get Out. I feel like if you like Get Out, you should read that. And
I don't mind. Yeah. So Helen, I can see that. Alyssa Cole is a romance author, which I love her for, and so I didn't mind it, and I wasn't surprised to see it in there. But I could see if you haven't read other things from her. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. That said, even though I don't think it's actually the right genre, I'm still voting for When No One Is Watching because I loved it. And I think a lot of these are actually really good, but When No One Is Watching, I'm mostly voting for because I love Alyssa Cole and I really would like to see her. I would love to see her win. That would be cool. But I think Home Before Dark, Sundown Motel, are both really strong picks. Like, I think those could be good contenders, in my opinion. What did you vote for? Have you voted?
I'm going to vote for, I just clicked the button. I'm going to vote for Home Before Dark because that's the thing. I've read all of Riley Sagar's books as well. And this was my favorite. So this is his 4th book. So since it's a pseudonym, I wouldn't be surprised if he has like other books out there under a different name.
Interesting. Maybe.
I wouldn't I don't know that. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. But yeah, I really liked Home Before Dark.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Also,
for sure.
A little less of a thriller, more of a. I mean, it's definitely very thrilling, but less of a thriller.
It's a little more horror, also. Yeah, it's more like gothic horror.
Like gothic horror.
Yeah,
but not as not as far as like Mexican gothic, but which. Yeah, obviously that's in horror. Okay, I was like, wait, where's the Mexican gothic? I'm like, wait, it's in horror. Probably.
We're not in horror yet. Yeah.
There's so many books that should be in the horror section.
I know. Horror is really strong this year, though, too. Yeah. St. James, that's a good pick. I love what I've read from her. The Sundown Motel was a great one. So I think that's good. Anybody else want to share what they're voting for in this category? Feel free. Man, I can't believe I've read so many of the nominees, the finals for mystery and thriller. I don't think of myself as a big mystery thriller reader, but like.
Oh, same.
But there you go.
I feel like our main kind of genres intersect. Though I feel like more contemporary than you do, and you read like more like genre, like hardcore, like not hardcore, but like more romance. That's romance, not books with romance, but then that are
yeah. I think that's true, definitely. All right, let's go to historical fiction. Okay, interesting. I'm wondering if Vanishing Half will win. I think that would be great if it did.
I think so.
Not Thrilled by Sager. Okay. Long Bright River.
Wait, did he say? What did she say?
She said, "I'm not thrilled by Sager." That's funny. So again, with this, I want to read Vanishing Half. That one is definitely on my TBR, especially after reading Passing, because they have really similar themes. But the one I've read of this is the Jane Austen Society, which I loved. It was so charming. So I'm going to vote for that, even though I don't think it's going to win, which is fine. I would like to see Vanishing Half. Yeah, I would like to see Vanishing Half win. Anybody else?
I'm so curious to see what they do with the adaptation of that, since HBO paid.
Oh, are they doing an adaptation?
7 figures for that. No, HBO, I think, bought it for 7 figures. Or was it 8? It was 7 or 8 figures.
Wow.
Like, really, like, through the roof. Of these picks, let's see. Alice Huffman, that one sells really well, but she's also just like a very seasoned author. But I haven't read that one. The Emma Donoghue, because Emma Donoghue.
Oh yeah, she's popular. Isabella Allende is popular.
Yeah.
And Ken Follett is. I haven't read from him, but I know he's popular. I hope that wins. Yeah. Have a few out from the library. Make hit picks after you read a few more. Okay, cool. They're doing an adaptation. Oh, that's exciting. That'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what they do with it. Okay, cool. Really so yeah, I'm voting Jane Austen Society. It was charming. Was it actually the best of this category of the year? I don't know, but it's the only one I've read, and I don't read that much in this category. Oh, that's interesting. The one you had read didn't make it. Yeah. Yeah, Ken Follett. I know a lot of people love his books.
True, actually.
Maybe one day I'll read one of his things. We'll see. All right, let's go to fantasy. It's like my favorite. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
This is not surprising. Interesting.
Book of War just came out today, and it's 1,200 pages. So
well, of course, but it's but it's Stormlight Archives. It's Brandon Sanderson. Like,
it's totally fair. Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna be good.
Yeah, this is not surprising to me. Although, actually, it's interesting to me that Deadly Education, I'm a little surprised that made the finals, to be honest. It was like, that's interesting that it made the final round. Like, I probably wouldn't have anticipated that. Can you hear me? Can everybody else hear me? Let me know. This one is this is a tough category. So how many of these have you read? I feel like
Bethany, I can't hear you.
Can people in the stream hear me?
Here, I'll even come back.
Okay. Can you guys hear me in the stream? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, so it's just her. Cool. Good. Yeah. Burning God. That's unfortunate. Didn't make it. The Buzz. It's not that good. Like, it's fine. I give it 3 stars. It's interesting, but I don't know. Thank you. No, it didn't. It came out. Oh, sorry, Isabella. No, House of Earth and Blood came out in January, which was pre-COVID. So it
came out in March.
Oh, was it March? I read it in January.
Yeah, we read it in January.
It came out in March, but it was still like early COVID, pre-COVID, basically. So it feels like last year.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why we started it last year too. Like, we just finished it.
That's true. We did. It feels which I know you're probably voting for that one in this category. Yes. What am I voting for? Okay, so I have read 1, 2, 3. I've read 4 of them, and then I want to read most of the others. So I've read House on the Cerulean Sea, Deadly Education, Empire of Gold, Crescent City. Is that it? Yeah. So of these, oh man, this is a little bit tricky. So I really enjoyed Crescent City, but it's not my favorite of the year. It's going to be between House on the Cerulean Sea and Empire of Gold. I think I'm going to go with House on the Cerulean Sea. I really loved that.
Yeah, I've only read House of Earth and Blood, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I think I House on the Cerulean Sea. Yeah. Addie LaRue is great too, but it's also not going to be everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah. I'm not done enough with that to vote for it. It does feel like forever ago. Pre-COVID feels like forever ago. Yes. Helen, it really depends on what you like and other things. If you kind of give me an idea of what kind of books you enjoy, I can probably give you some better recommendations.
Yeah, I will say this category is kind of all over the map.
It really is. Yeah. I think it's interesting once in Future Witches made it. That's on my TBR. I own a copy. I need to read City We Became too, Ashley. I want to read it before the end of the year. I even have the audiobook. So like I have all the things. I just need to actually read it. And I think I'm going to love it.
I want to start the Stormlight Archives. Like I do want to read that series.
I want to try them.
It's just really so long. The book is beautiful too. Like because it's at the store and like I've been processing like orders for it. Like it's 1,200 pages, but like it's got like character art on like all like every single end paper and like
really
map on
pretty.
It's really pretty. Like pictures in the book. Like this costs like a fortune to print, but
yeah. Ashley, we should talk about reading City We Became because I need to read that for the end of the year. I really want to. Okay. So anybody else, what are you voting on in this category? Let us know in the comments.
What do we think's gonna win?
Oh yeah, good question. Probably Sarah J. Maas or Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. Yes. Let's do it, Ashley. I'm down. Yeah, that would be my guess. But House in the Cerulean Sea was so sweet. I'm really happy that made it. I love, and like TJ Klune has written a bunch of indie stuff. Haven't read it. I'm skipping this one. Okay, cool. But everybody should read it. It's like a warm hug of a book. It's so sweet. It's like really sweet.
I need to decide what I'm going to read or listen to on my drive back to Chicago.
This year is going so quick. Never read fantasy, but yeah, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I've read part of it. It's really beautiful, but it's definitely got a more literary quality to it. Yeah, I could see it crossing over for people who aren't big fantasy readers.
Yeah, but then I think it's also going to be like people who are like huge fans, like not all of them, but people who are huge fans of like, you know, like of like A Darker Shade of Magic and that. Like it might be less their cup of tea. So I think might get some new fans like to it, but
it's a very different book for her.
Yeah, I'd say like if you didn't like the Starless Sea, I mean they're still very different books, but like if you didn't like the Starless Sea, Addie LaRue might not be your cup of tea. Just like the pacing is similar. I mean it's definitely less mysterious, of course, Addie LaRue, but
and less involved.
Yeah,
like less complicated, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, let's go to romance. Come on, people, like one to watch. I know, like I did not like it, and it just keeps
like you may as well just watch The Bachelorette, I guess. If you like, honestly, like the season of The Bachelorette is better than that book.
Yeah. Okay, so of these, let's see. I have read 1, 2, 3. I've read 4 of these. Yes, Ashley, I know. Yeah, Addie is definitely more it's like literary fantasy, but
yeah, I would say literary fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like historical literary fantasy.
Almost. Yeah, the romance selection is not great.
I've read
Take a Hint, Danny Brown is like easily what I'm gonna vote for here. Which let me do that.
I don't think I'm gonna vote because I've only read of the selection. I've only read Beach Read, and I know most people love that book, but I just wasn't a huge fan. Though I am planning on reading From Blood and Ash soon, and I'm 99% sure I'm going to love that, and it's going to be very Sarah J. Maas, which we know I'm garbage for that.
Yeah, I hear that's really good. Danny Brown does it look that I hope it wins. I don't know if it will, but I think it deserves to. Where's Christina Lauren? Yeah, they were, I think Holidays was in the semifinals. Selection is awful. Won't be voting. Oh man.
Christina Lauren, check out the Romancing the Runoff auction. They have like so much stuff.
Yeah. Haven't read any of them. Yeah, I haven't read Beach Read. You can see I like You Had Me at All. Did I really give it 4 stars? It feels like a 3.5 star rating.
Well, maybe you wrote 3.5.
Maybe I did. Review. You know what? Let me see. What did I? Now I want to know what I.
I feel like you do tend to round down though when you.
I usually do. No, I gave it 4 stars. Really? Did I give it 4 stars? Okay. I might need to change that. I don't think it's actually a 4-star read. Okay, that's fine. I did like Happy Ever After Playlist. Best of the year? No, but I did like it.
I am tempted to just vote for From Blood and Ash because I'm like positive I'm going to love it, but that just seems scummy.
I hear it's very good, although I hear it's much more fantasy than romance. Felt like warm about Beach Read. Yeah. No, I think Take a Hint, Danny Brown is easily the best of what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, my boss at work has been loving the Brown sister books.
Yeah, they're so good.
And Alyssa Cole, so it's really fun to see.
Oh, yay, Alyssa. I know, Alyssa Cole needs to make it on here. You know what I've heard? They never do like mass market paperbacks on the list, which is so annoying. There's so many great romances coming. It's a whole thing. Interesting. I've not read her debut, but I did really enjoy Happy Ever After Playlist. I listened to the audiobook, I think, from Libra FM with that one. It was really good. All right. Let's see. What else should we do? Science fiction. Interesting. Okay. So this is interesting. I think there's like some strong contenders here for sure. Let us know what you think. Only read Danny Brown, but the selection is so bad. Don't even want to read it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna vote for Riot Baby.
Yeah, I mean, I think I am also going to vote for Riot Baby, but I want to look at these first. So Hair of the Ninth I really liked a lot, but I didn't love it as much. Same with Network Effect. Really, well, both of those were like strong 4.5 stars for me. Oh no, I've heard it's good. A lot of people like it, but
I heard great things about the first one. I haven't really heard much about the second one. Maybe it's because it came out during COVID. I don't know.
That's possible. When you voted last, it didn't make it. Yeah. Space Between Worlds was good, but not best of year. Like, it's a strong debut, but I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. Sleep in a Sea of Stars. I mean, it's on here because it's Paolini. It was okay. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Really loving it at the beginning, and then like it.
Oh yeah, the first like 20% of it is fantastic, and then I was like, okay, just fine. Yeah, but I'm voting for Riot Baby. How many of these what have I read? I've read
2, 3,
4, 5 of these. I did read Harrow. Yeah, I really liked it, but not a favorite of the year. Like it was like really smart, but not necessarily a fun reading experience for half of it because it was really confusing. But it was pretty good. Surprise Chosen Ones is, oh yeah, I really liked that one. I don't know. Yeah. So what do we think is going to win the category?
I have no idea. I wouldn't.
Voted for Danny Brown. Nice. Paolini. I wouldn't be surprised if Paolini won.
The end of October is also like a pandemic book, so again, wouldn't be surprised if some people tortured themselves with that.
That's possible. You know, I would be thrilled if Hera won. I mean, I think Tamsin Muir is doing really interesting, cutting edge kind of stuff with her writing structure. She's taking a lot of risks, and I know it's like hit or miss whether people enjoy it, but she's doing really interesting things. So, yeah, I would be happy with that if that's what happened. Okay, moving on. Like, how many of these do we want to do? I kind of want to just like do half of them and then and then do a sprint because I don't want to be on here forever. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. What have we done? We've done 6 of them.
Like not gonna even vote in, like science and technology.
Yeah, that's true. Some of them, like I don't know. Okay, but let's look at horror. I'm excited for horror. This will be fun. Okay. Oh, yay. Okay. So I have now, a lot of favorites. I know a lot of my favorite books of the year are in this category, which is so interesting. Yeah, Riot Baby is very good. So I'm happy to see it get some attention. Okay, so yeah, I have read 5 of these now because I finished Plain Bad Heroines and I loved it. Although it's not everybody's gonna love it. I have a standalone review video coming for that because I had so much to say about it. But yeah, Year of the Witching was so good. I loved it, and I loved Mexican Gothic and Southern Book Club's Guide to Seeing Vampires. Only Good Indians is a really strong pick too. I think that's a strong one. Going for Year of the Witching. I think I might also go for Year of the Witching. It's such a good debut.
Check and see what's in the debut novel category. Sneak a peek and see what's not.
Yeah,
there's a lot of.
It's a really strong debut. But I think I'm going to vote for that. Yeah, Year of the Witching. That's going to be my pick. But there were some really good ones, and I want to read The Hollow Places. I'm so surprised this year, like the fact that I've clearly been reading more horror mysteries and thrillers than I would have thought. Yeah, King is probably going to win. Although I've heard people didn't really like this one that much. Southern Book Club's Guide is really good too. I loved it.
I can't give any.
Oh, yeah, no, Julia, Year of the Witching is definitely horror. I think some people have talked about it as fantasy, and I've also heard people talk about it as YA. It is neither of those things. Yeah, I know. I'm like, no, what? Because it's about a woman written by a woman? No, it's not YA. Anyway, yeah. Yep. Oh, no, Beth, I'm sorry. It's not historical fiction, no. I mean, the setting feels vaguely historical, but it's definitely horror. Yep.
So it can be both.
Horror
it can be
fantasy. It's like a horror fantasy. Yeah,
it's a historical setting and still be a horror too.
Yeah. It's definitely adult horror. It's like the world is vaguely reminiscent of like Salem witch trial era, but it's a completely fantastical made up world kind of thing. So
I've never heard of Tender is Flesh, I don't think. All these others I've heard of.
I haven't either. Yeah, I wasn't really interested in Devolution. Mallory I'm kind of interested in, and The Hollow Places I want to read. Year of the Witching is great. I hope you enjoy it. Only Good Indians is a really good one. I love this. That's great. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, Year of the Witching is fantastic. I loved it. Definitely one of my favorites of the year. And I loved Plain Bad Herons, but it's like more idiosyncratic where I feel like people are it's gonna be hit or miss for people. Cool. Okay. Let's look at humor. I don't think I voted. I don't really read humor, so
yeah,
you guys can
buy one last time, but obviously that was a red, so it wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, that didn't make it. Anybody else? Let us know if you're voting in this category. I have not read any of these, so I will not be. But I hear some of them are good. The Office
and Other Problems is super popular at the store, but
interesting.
Then again, Ithaca's very. I don't like people have to tell me if they've read Solutions and Other Problems. Like it's very, very popular at the store. And of course there are books that like the Obama book, for example, that everyone's going to be buying everywhere. But the thing about Ithaca is it's like a very like kooky town. Like a lot of the very popular books that you would think people would be buying no matter what don't sell, which is always just interesting.
Yeah.
So people will, it's like, I don't know if I'd wait for people to get like to put in their comments. Like people love articles and the radio and Ithaca. And there was one day where I was in the store and this guy like called about this book. It was just like this big like $35 book about salmon. I think it was called Salmon. It was like this, it's about salmon, I guess. And he's like, oh, I heard about this on the radio. There's an interview with the author. Like, okay, we have one copy. We'll put it aside for you. Then like 2 minutes later, someone else called asking for the salmon book because I heard about it on the radio. It sounded interesting. Then 5 minutes later, another person calls wanting the salmon book. Just like random like $35 book about salmon. And like the same will come with an article. People will come with like a printed article and be like, so I don't know like how popular Solutions and Other Problems is outside of Ithaca.
Yeah.
I also don't read humor, but
that's so funny. So somebody hopes Samantha Irby wins. Okay. The Office looks like it could be entertaining. I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about this category. Okay. Tender is about cannibals. Great. That's probably why I didn't read that one. Not my brand of horror.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Nonfiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay! I am thrilled that Stamped and Hood Feminism both made it to semifinals. They're both so good. I've not read these others. I feel like the Bob Woodward one or Stamped is probably going to win. Probably it's going to be one of them.
Yeah, and then Me and White Supremacy again is also. I'm not sure to win, but it's also up there. I think. I know that, and like I'd say, back in when everything really went down in May and whatnot, and we were getting like inundated with like all bookstores, all book distributors with nonfiction books about race relations. Stamped, like anything by Ibram X. Kendi was getting ordered nonstop. And then this was another one, Me and White Supremacy. And then the Ijeoma I don't think that one's on here, but I think what was it last time? Someone pitched Clanlands to me, and like I had to look up the cover, but it looked so
last time
good.
somebody said it looked fun. Yeah. Need to
And
read the new Bob
Rage
Woodward.
is nuts. It's nuts. Like,
Yeah.
it's some of those things you're like, how the fuck is this nonfiction?
Oh yeah, it's pretty wild. Okay, well, so I am voting for, I loved Stamped, but I'm gonna vote for Hood Feminism. That one is gonna make my favorites list. Like it's one of those ones that stuck with me long enough that I'm like, it's not just 5 stars. It's gonna be a favorite for me. But Stamped is fantastic also. I highly recommend it. It's a good entry point, I think, for people. So those are the ones I have read. Why? Oh, you know what? It probably doesn't show up because they do this weird thing. Goodreads, okay, this drives me crazy that like it won't show up your star rating on something if it's a different edition. Like, have you noticed that on Goodreads?
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, it does. Sometimes there are so many books that also it'll be like, say I haven't read, and I'm just like, I've read, like, it does such a chain of gold. Maybe because it's probably got like 10 billion different editions.
Yeah.
But
and it's like, I know I gave that a rating. Why does it have no rating? Oh, because they're showing you a different edition. It's so annoying. They should just consolidate it. I hate that so much, but that's fine.
Actually, hold on one sec. My coworker is texting me about the Obama books. Hold on.
Great. Okay.
We'll talk about that later during the productivity space.
Right. Okay, so guys, if you want to let us know what you're voting for in this category, feel free to do so. And then let's see, how many more are we going to do before we do a sprint? What are we at? We've done, can I count? 1, 2, 3. We've done 9. So you want to do one more? And then we'll do a productivity sprint? Yeah? Okay. So we'll do one more category and then we'll do some sprints, guys.
I'm so sorry. I keep, because like I'm on my phone and like I forget where the camera is. You're like seeing my grubby hands.
Oh.
I need a picture so badly.
Okay. Okay, so here are the finalists for Memoir and Autobiography, which
all of them are good choices, I would say.
Yeah. This isn't surprising. I've heard good things about a lot of them. The only one I've read is All Boys Aren't Blue. I did yesterday, I think, pre-order A Promised Land. I was like, you know what? I'm going to want to have a copy.
Yeah, well, this is what I will be doing during the productivity.
Nice.
I'm only like 100 pages into it, but it's very good. I mean, he's a very good writer, but it's still very dense, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and vote for that ahead of time. But like, I'm also just a Chicago person who's just an Obama, forever Obama stan. But again, on the Mary Trump book, I think people do kind of, I think a lot of people do tend to have issues with tell-all books, just in general, because, you know, it's a tell-all book, like, you know, but I think she's a little bit different. Like the Trump family is something, it's a whole nother level of crazy. Untamed is so popular.
I hear it's good.
It's Glenn Doyle's married to Abby Wambach, or I think she's married to or engaged to Abby Wambach. And it was a Reese's pick, and it's one of those books, it's been on this bestseller list for ages, and it continues, like, at least in the store, it's always selling. Mariah Carey, Jessica Simpson, famous people. Jenna Bush Hager, also a famous person. Obama.
Yep. Alex Trebek. I'm not surprised. I mean, because he just passed away, so I wasn't surprised to see that.
This year is just like
one thing after another. Oh, I know. And
I've heard good things about The Beauty and Breaking. I think it was a book of the month pick. It sounded interesting. But
interesting. Wendy, yes, Hood Feminism is very good. I recommend it. Yeah, I agree. I think Obama's book might win this one.
Alex
Trebek, yeah. I think the one I'm going to vote for, because it's the only one I've read, is All Boys Aren't Blue, and it is so good. It's a YA memoir, and it's very, very good. So
I'm just preemptively going to vote for the Obama one, but like, I'm also, to be fair, I have read 100 pages of it, so it's not.
No, it's not like not terrible.
It's very interesting.
Okay. Yeah. So anybody else? What are you? Let us know if you're voting in this category. I've heard good things about a lot of these. I think I just haven't read as much nonfiction this year.
It's a good list and balances decently well between there's always a ton of celebrity picks, and I think it balances well with, you know, the celebrity picks that are of course going to be there, and then some other ones. Not that a celebrity book can't be good. I've read plenty of very good ones, but
yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, so I think we are going to do a productivity sprint. You can read, you can work, whatever you're going to do. Let us know in the comments what you're planning on working on. I actually need to think about what I'm going to work on. I don't know.
Okay,
we know
like
what you're doing, what Isabella's doing.
Yeah, I know. I should probably either be working on my I should be working on my pilot for my class, or I should really actually be watching a French lecture that I need to watch by 11:59 today. But I'm gonna do that later. And the funny thing is like I plan out every single hour of my day. Like I'm one of those crazy people. So
yeah. So we'll sprint for 20 minutes. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to think about it. I have a few things I could do, like videos I could prep. I just record. I also have videos to edit. So we'll see.
Things to do.
Hi, Cheryl. Happy birthday. Oh, that's great. Nice. Working if your connection will hopefully it does. Good luck, Beth. I also recorded another podcast episode this morning, so at some point I need to edit that.
I want to do a podcast. I had so much fun doing a podcast.
It's really fun.
Oh, and I will say I'm going to turn off my camera
good.
so that I can eat my breakfast.
Yeah, go for it. I was like, no, it's fine. I was like scrambling to eat like an early lunch before this started because after this I have to like leave.
I ordered from like the go-to. It's called College Town Bagels. They had like literally everything, and like I went down the hill to like pick up my order, and then I came back, and it was like something completely different than what I ordered. So then I went back down. I'm like, well, I paid for it. I'm not going to eat this because I don't like it. So I'm just going to go back down the hill because I paid for it.
Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna work until what is it? We're gonna say 11:55 ish. EST. So we're gonna do that. Nice. Reading Crescent City. Reading a book for review. Love it. Romance Takeover. Yes. Oh, that's great. You know what? I actually need to work on my TBR for Romance Takeover. Maybe I'll give some thought to that. So go and vote on Goodreads. Love it. Working. Okay. Awesome, everybody. So we will be back here in about 20 minutes. I'm going to mute myself and good luck. Okay, that is time. Everybody, let us know how you did. Hey, Shay. Glad you got Rhythm of War. That's exciting. Oh, I just realized I left this up the entire time. I wasn't going to do that, but it's fine. Voting is done. Coffee and a book. That sounds lovely. Editing videos today. Love it. I ended up working on, I'm prepping a video that's coming, I think later this week. If I can. Yeah, Saturday, I think, which is going to be the first installment of romance recommendations with plus size or fat characters. So I've been talking about it for a while. It's finally coming.
A guy showed up to the Iowa caucuses in 2000, like not 2008, like before, like during the primaries, like before 2008, dressed as Gandalf with like an actual like staff.
That's amazing.
Like I was too young to like hear about it. Like I remember amazing. My mom like campaigning for him and like I was like going hard for him and be like, well, who is probably going to win? But you know, he was like our senator and whatnot. So it's like fun seeing all these stories. And I was like too young to remember.
That's cool. Yay! Awesome. Love it. Wrote all the mini reviews, working to tackle big ones. Love it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Hopefully it'll be fun. I've got some good ones. I think I have 12 books on this list and then I have more on my TBR. So there'll be another installment eventually coming for those racks. Finished a chapter of the book. Love it. Good luck with the rest of your reading. Awesome.
Right.
Cool. Okay, guys. So we're going to do the rest of these categories and then we'll do another sprint. See if we can get this all done relatively quickly. And then that'll be it because I have like other things I have to do. So 22 pages of Crescent City. Nice.
Hope you're liking it.
Hey. All right. History and biography. The only one I had read. Yeah. The only one I had read didn't make it to the final round, so which I'm not shocked, but that's fine. I've heard good things. That cast is on my TBR, but I'm not going to vote in this category because I've not read any of the finalists. Let us know in the comments.
And then the John Meacham one is really good too.
Yeah. I could see cast winning. I feel like it's been big this year. I hope that's great.
It's huge. It was like an Oprah's book club pick. It was nominated. There's so many awards, but it was nominated for like one of the big ones. Like I can't keep track.
That's one I want to read.
And I'm sure actually the James Patterson, I mean, I guarantee you he didn't write it, but I'm sure the James Patterson one is probably interesting because the Kennedys are a very interesting family.
Yeah.
To say the least.
That's for sure. Goodreads notifications and working on a 2021 book project list. Nice. Good luck. That's exciting. All right. Moving on. Science and technology. I don't think I've read any of no. Yeah. Again, ones I have not read. I hear some of these are good, like Breath, I've heard good things about. And H is for Hawk, I know people like, so the Vesper one is probably good.
Yeah, no, Vesper
Finished the half
I know is really popular. And then Entangled Life.
Yeah.
Anything about nature in general sells really well.
Yeah, actually, I want to read Cast too. I think I'm gonna start it sometime.
It's so good.
Yeah. Nice. The Strangers. Oh, I want to read that. I think I have it on my TBR and I like never pick up middle grade books. Not never, but rarely. But I that one looked interesting. Okay, so I don't have anything really to say about this category. We'll see. Food and cookbooks, again, I've not read these. Not something I'm going to vote in. I hear that the David Chang Eat a Peach one is good. Oh, Outlander Kitchen by Diana Gabaldon. Do we think that's going to win? I feel like that might win. Or Magnolia Table, are they still as popular as they were?
I know Vegetable
Kingdom
is pretty popular, and the cookbooks are big.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Oh. Interesting. Let's see. Ooh, coffee. Yay, coffee. Yeah, I'll have some more a little later. Okay. Yeah, sorry. These are like the least interesting categories. I have like very little to say. Okay. Let's go to graphic novels. again, I've not read any of these. People are saying Fangs isn't great. I'm not surprised Fangirl is on here, even though I don't know.
Check Please and Heartstopper. Like, people love those series, I know. I will judge you by your bookshelf, just by the title. That one sounds cute, but
yeah. I haven't read Beast Boy, but I did read an arc of the first one by Cami Garcia. I think it was like about Raven, maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
But I liked that. I haven't read Beast Boy, but yeah. Oh no, what, Ashley? You're gonna have to be more specific. 4 a.m. Wow, that's very early. Well, good morning, John, in Australia. BB was meh. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just mad Class App isn't on here.
I feel some way about this list. Yeah. I think like Monstrous was a write-in, but write-ins like don't really make it. Okay, you liked Fangs. It's funny. Last time we did this, somebody was saying they didn't like it, but I haven't really read a lot of graphic novels this year, so I don't have much to contribute to this discussion. Some years I've read more, but yeah.
Oh my God,
obviously, if you guys want to.
Sorry, I did. Like, said that out loud. There's like emails, like just because I'm on my phone, the emails are just like popping up, like and like blocking half the screen.
All right. Yeah. So maybe Ashley and Shay, you guys could say, what do you think should be winning? Give us a couple of recommendations in the comments, and you can share those for comics and graphic novels.
Class Acts should be on here. If you haven't read The New Kid, like, or even you don't have to read them in order. Like, I would recommend like reading New Kid, anyways. But like, it's so good. Like, just so good. I don't know. I'm wondering, Ashley, because like since you're a librarian, I'm wondering, like, is New Kid big? Where you are, I'm always curious.
No, Ashley, share what are your top picks that were published for the year? Anything else? Oh no.
Oh, for poetry? Okay, I've read Swimming Lessons and I did really enjoy that.
I think they're talking about comics, but yeah.
I mean, just because you're on the poetry.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I haven't read any of these, so again, like, we're going through the ones that or at least can be least interesting for me. Yeah, Margaret Atwood is probably going to win. You're probably right. That seems very
and of
likely.
course, I'm voting for Swimming Lessons. Like, I know now there's a like celebrity book, but like I did actually really enjoy it, and like it had like pictures, like drawings in it, and it was. I thought it was pretty lovely.
Cool.
And of course, like, I mean, she's on Riverdale, so I wouldn't be surprised if the teen girls just like click vote, even if they haven't read it.
Fair enough. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised seeing some of these on here, but Dragon Hoops. Oh, I remember seeing something about that. Not on the list. Yeah, there you go. Break Your Glass Slipper is good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know a lot of people. Yeah, On the Horizon. That's interesting. Yeah, I know a lot of people like Amanda Lovelace. So, okay, so Dragon Hoops. If you want a good graphic novel, maybe check that out, guys. All right, let's go ahead and go on. Like, I just have nothing to say here.
Ashley, have you read New Kid? I'm curious, or am I just like the individual New Kid stan person?
Okay, best debut. Seriously, one to watch is not a good debut. This is gonna be like my thing of the year. I'm like, no,
hasn't it been in like literally? Hasn't it been on this? Hasn't it been on the debut? This is debut list in every single round. Too, like, I swear it's.
Yeah. No, it's not. No. Mm-mm. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, say it again. I know. Right? Why? Heard Homie is good. Okay, cool. Why is one to watch? Oh my gosh, seriously. Oh, drives me crazy.
I have Boys.
Cemetery Boys is good. I'm gonna vote for Year of the Witching because that is my actual favorite of these that I've read. I think it's an amazing debut too. I can't believe it's a debut. Like, it's really amazing. I bet my Dark Vanessa is gonna win. That's my guess on this category. Isabel. Oh, she said
Kid by Jerry Craft.
Middle grade graphic novel. I think I have it somewhere.
Yeah, and then the
Somewhere,
sequel, like the companion novel, came out in October.
It's on like the list of things we're voting for January for patrons. This one.
So good. Oh my gosh. I might have even liked Class Act even more. It's just good.
Yeah, that was the one she was asking about, Ashley.
Like, cause I'm also just curious, because like, I mean, it's really big in like the bookstores, and like I feel like libraries are even more.
She hasn't read it
like,
yet.
important.
She said she hasn't read it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so I think My Dark Vanessa is probably going to win this category. That's my guess, but A Year of the Witcher was definitely my pick for it. We'll see. I'm so glad that
a Fun Age one.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I would be so pissed if One to Watch wins anything. Maybe I should do a live stream when I look at the winners. Like, you can see my live reaction. If One to Watch wins any category, I'll be like, I'm done with Goodreads. No. Oh gosh. Okay.
Or like just done with everyone on Goodreads.
Yeah, we're done with everyone. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Young adult
fiction, my jam.
Yes. Okay. We have like a nice lineup here.
Well, Punching the Air came off.
I mean, it wasn't a very big release. I'm not that surprised.
It was on the bestseller list for a few weeks, but
yeah, but I feel like not. I mean, I didn't see that many people talking about it. Like, it was good. It was very good, but I feel like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how many.
Of course, This Is My America came off because it was a
write-in.
A write-in. Yeah. Let's see. Of all of these, I've read. I think I've read 6.
It would be. Yeah, One of Us is next. I liked. The list was pretty good this year. Yeah, they did a better job.
I loved Majesty.
Yeah.
So much.
I liked Majesty. Clap and You Land is good. I haven't read that one yet, but I need to. I guess
phenomenal.
Yeah. Most of these that I haven't read, I want to read. Yeah, You Should See Me in a Crown is so cute. I really liked that one. Hand on the Wall. Interesting. I heard
Hand on the Wall. I like that whole series. I think I gave every book on that series 4 stars, but
interesting. I was unenthusiastic about the first book. It was okay, and then I never continued. I have actually heard not great reviews of Hand on the Wall, so I don't know. People seem to be split on that. That's interesting. So yeah,
Inheritance Games was fun.
Majesty is good. I want to read Inheritance Games. I have a copy of that.
That was pretty generic.
Don't like the series. You know what, Ashley? It depends on if you like that kind of thing. It's very like soapy CW show, which I enjoyed. I thought it was fun.
I loved Majesty though, and like I think part of it was also it did not go. None of the story, none of the like character, like plot lines. None of it went in the direction I thought it was going to. Like none of it. So I don't know. Plus, I love that CW like type of thing.
Yeah, I do too. It's fun. But not everybody does, which I get.
Oh yeah, no, it's like
look, I'm glad you enjoy Truly Devious. I know people are very split on it.
Yeah, and then I read Tweet Cute.
I want to read that
one. Cute, but it was
Tweet Cute was very. I thought it was cute. I really liked it.
And Inheritance Games was fun. I think it was great, but it was fun.
I want to read Goodreads Guide to Murder. I've heard it's good. One of Us is look
murder.
One of Us That's Next is like, it's good for a YA contemporary. Like, is it the best mystery ever? No. Like, if you didn't like the first one, you probably aren't going to love the second one, but I enjoyed it as like a character study more than as a mystery, if that makes any sense. So guys, I'm voting for Gravity of Us. Unpopular opinion, but I loved it, and it's on my list of favorites book of the year. I thought it was fantastic, so that's what I'm voting for. But I think this is a pretty good lineup of things. Interesting. Clap and You Land would have hit harder.
I actually disagree. I thought it was it being in verse was what made it so powerful. But yeah, verse can be really hit or miss though. But
interesting. Yeah, that's one I have not read yet, but I've read her other 2 books and like them. Only One You've Read. Yeah, I really loved Gravity of Us. Some people thought it was trying to do too much, but I thought it was really smart and cute. Hand on the Wall, Only One You've Read. Okay, cool. characters' voices were too similar in
Clap When You Land, I think.
Oh, in Clap When You Land. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. I love the Poet X. Like, that's an all-time fave for me. I've reread it a couple times and it's a good one. But yeah, I've not read her newest one yet. Okay. Let's do YA fantasy and sci-fi. Children of Virtue and Vengeance is not good, you guys. Like, it's just not.
I've read some of these.
I
think, yeah.
I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've read 5 of these. Yes, Legendborn. I hear it's so good. I'm
So
getting
good.
close
That's
to
what
the
I'm
top
gonna
of the
vote
wait
for.
list.
That's what
I'm
voting
on
for.
yeah. I disliked Children of Virtue and Vengeance a lot, but yeah, I agree, Ashley. Midnight Sun is trash. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But who's
let's see.
surprised?
I've read Queen of Nothing, Cemetery Boys, Midnight Sun, Legendborn, Chain of Gold, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Cinderella is Dead. Obviously, Midnight Sun was just gonna be on here just because. Same with, I feel like, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but Legendborn is just like, for me, and Queen of Nothing too, even though like that came out December last year, so like I think it probably because it just like missed the cutoff for last year, but like also it feels like another lifetime ago, and like I gave it 5 stars. I remember liking it the most of all the books in the series, but Legendborn to me is like the best of all of these.
Yeah, Shay, I mean, I hear you on that, but you know they might. I kind of hope Chain of Gold went, like, that's what I'm going to vote for, is Chain of Gold, because I've not read. Yeah, Fable makes sense. Yeah, because it was a Reese's Book Club pick.
Yeah, I didn't mind Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Like, I was a huge, obviously it's nowhere near hits the original trilogy, but I mean, I think the thing is like being like a government minor. I think the main thing about the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is that you have to have the background of like Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau to get what she's doing with it. However,
you've said this, but
yes. However, that doesn't mean that that's what you should be doing, and that you should assume that all of your readers know the these three bullet points from these 3 political philosophers. Like, I got what she was doing with it, and I appreciated what she was doing with it. And it was great to have a new Hunger Games book, like, while I was in quarantine. But now we're like, that came out, May? Now we're in November, and it doesn't stand out to me.
Yeah, look, I have 2 1-star books on here. I've given out like a handful of 1 stars all year, so there's that.
But like, one of them is expected. The other one is like, I feel like everyone was like surprised that Children of Virtue and Vengeance ended up being so.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know what happened.
Are you gonna read the 3rd book when it comes out? I'm just curious.
No. I'm
see
done.
if she fixes any of it.
She ruined my characters. I wish I had only read the first one. Yeah, pirates I think have always been pretty popular in general. I am on hold for Legendborn too. Look, I'm getting close to the top of the wait list, but I'm waiting for the audiobook also. Yeah, that would have been a good pick. Yeah, for me, like, it was Chain of Gold was the only 5-star that I've actually read from this category, so that was easy for me to pick. I would be happy if that won, as opposed to like Midnight Sun or whatever. So Queen of Nothing was good. Starsight was good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Queen of Nothing was good. I liked it. Was my favorite of the trilogy.
This is exactly how I feel. Or she was just like angry at the world, because I'm like, what did you do? You like ruined all my characters, and like, what is
pushing that book back too? I feel like it was like
they did. They pushed it back like 6 months, and then this is what we got, and I pre-ordered it like a year ahead. Oh my gosh! Yeah, it was. Anyway, I'm still salty about it. Look, Cinderella's Dead. I had mixed feelings on. Like, I liked a lot of what it was trying to do, and I liked a lot of the themes. I think it was a little on the nose, and also the pacing in the later part of the book was a little. It had some issues. I think I gave it. It's another one that was like 3.5 stars, and I think I rounded it up because it's a debut and I like the themes. I think that's what happened with this one.
I really loved Cinderella's Dead, and then I think Caitlin Barron she's so lovely, another author that I've done an event with, and I'm really excited to see what she does next. Which, like, because I thought Cinderella's Dead was so good. Like, also, I generally read fantasy books. I think just in general, I sometimes read them slower. like it takes me longer just in general to read. I know it's not the same for everyone, but like just for me, sometimes fantasy books take me longer to read than like a contemporary of the same length. But I flew through that one, and I know her second book is like Secret Garden, like a Secret Garden type retelling. So I'm really excited to see what she does.
Yeah, look, I mean, you're not wrong. However, I feel like if we're comparing quality and like she's up against Midnight Sun or Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I would prefer her win. So, I mean, but fair enough. Like, I would be happy. Like, if like Cemetery Boys won or something, like that would be great. Voted for Midnight Sun. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad you're happy with your nostalgia. I know there are people who are really enjoying it. I just was less a fan.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I didn't even rate it. I mean, I think I tried to. I think I accidentally at one point gave it 5 stars, like because like I had big fingers too.
Oh
like,
yeah, I saw
when
that.
you click the button, like I think it. I don't know. It's one of those things where you try not to give it a rating like on your phone. And like I think I clicked the wrong button and I was like, wait a minute, wait, what? And then Bethany's like, you gave it 5 stars. I was like, wait, what? I meant to not rate it.
Yeah. Charlotte, you might be right. I mean, I'm sure that's part of it. So like it's hard, I think, to go from being unknown to being so big. Like I'm sure that's a struggle personally. So like I would pick something up from her in the future, like when she's doing a new series, maybe I would give it a try. I just think I'm probably done with like this iteration of it. But yeah, fair enough.
And I think she also she was also, both of her books also made that like time, that like bogus time best fantasy books list.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Okay, let's we're getting late. It's getting late. So let's like move on. Okay.
These are
cool.
good choices.
These are good choices. Before the Ever After is the only one of these I have read, so that's probably, I guess, what I'm going to vote for. But I want to read the School for Good and Evil one because I love that series, and I hear really good things about Ghost Squads. Like, I kind of want to read that. I don't know. I'm not a big middle grade reader.
Yeah, I'm very picky on my middle grade. I do really want to read From the Desk of Zoe Washington. Still waiting to see Clean Getaway by Nick Stone come off. That one was great, but I did really love Hollow Box. I gave that one 5 stars. So
yeah,
for that.
This is true. A lot of stuff happened after that. Yeah, a lot of stuff did happen after that release. Actually, yes. Maybe expectations kind of like maybe got a little too big for. I mean, like the whole thing with her and like Nora Roberts. Like, it was a whole thing.
Oh, but Nora Roberts told me at your
yes,
meeting.
I heard about this. Yeah. Oh yeah, the SARS thing. I heard a little bit about that.
Wait, what did she do? Oh my god. Because right now I'm just like caught up with what Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie did.
Yeah, I don't think we have time to get into it right now. But yeah, there's some people who are talking about it.
If someone wants to put it in the chat.
Yeah. Before the Ever After. Yeah. It was good. Yeah, people are reading The One and Only Bob. Okay, cool. Holopax and Ghost Squad are precious. Great. Yeah, the one I voted for before was the Rebecca Roanhorse one, which I liked, but it didn't make it to the finals. So
I bet the Rick.
Well, that's
Rick
interesting.
Riordan one we'll read.
Yes, it is a long conversation, Ashley. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on and look at the picture books.
It's like what happens when I try to stay off the internet to like get work done, and then I go into work, and then like my boss is like, "Did you hear about Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie?" I'm like, "What?
Geez.
What is she like? What now?"
Okay, so this is a nice list. I have not read most of these, but I really like Anti-Racist Baby. I mean, is the one that we have that I have read, and
I'm a good thing. It's so precious. Oh my goodness.
Just like me. Oh yay. The Cool Bean. Yeah, I haven't read that one, but I've seen some the early, like the Bad Seed, and I think it's probably in the same thing. Look, guys, it is. We do not. Do not have time.
This is just short. I'll just say like a one-liner.
Okay.
Just transphobic. Okay. Period.
Oh Lord.
But I'm Every Good Thing. I think I sent you like the PDF or something of that one because it's just so precious.
It was good. That was I did like that was.
And the art is great.
The art is really beautiful. Yep. Yeah, Anti-Racist Baby. Oh, wait, don't tell me. Oh no. Yeah. That's That's rough.
Yeah, and it's funny because like I'm half Nigerian, like half my family is Nigerian. My dad's from Nigeria, and so I think like Toby Yummy like runs in like some of my cousins' circles too. So it just like I kind of steer clear.
Interesting.
But yeah, one book like because I do read a decent chunk of picture books. Like obviously I loved Soleil, which came out last year. But one that I love that I'm kind of surprised isn't on here. I'm like, I mean, it's hard to know like what children's books are going to be like super, super popular. But there's one called If You Come to Earth, which is just so, so gorgeous. And if you like happen to be in a bookstore and see it, you should just like look through it because it's so gorgeous.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was so sad.
That's really a bummer. Yeah, Hollowpox. I know. I've read the first book
really, really good.
I need to keep going. Yeah.
That book got like Hollowpox got pushed back literally. It was either 3 or 4 times, but like a case of at least it ended up being worth it because it was. I think I rated every single book on that. Only 3 of them have come out. Yeah. And all of them 5 stars.
Okay, guys. So there are the votes. We are going to do one more productivity sprint, and then I have to go.
Yeah, I have to go COVID testing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like we will probably eventually get it, but I don't know. Yeah. That is fair. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say also that Nigeria, I'm like not the people in Nigeria, but the Nigerian government is very anti-LGBTQ rights. Like I think last I checked, like it is, you can be put in jail for being gay. So the government is very transphobic and well, just anything. They are not LGBTQ friendly, but that doesn't mean that it was still kind of surprising to me that someone like Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie would be so disappointing. Like J.K. Rowling is one thing, but Chimamanda was like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But let's move on.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we are going to do one last sprint, then we'll do a quick wrap up for just a couple of minutes, and then I gotta go do stuff. So we're gonna work until 12:40. So let me put this up and we will touch base soon. All right, guys. How did it go? Let us know in the comments. And you know, she had to leave. Yeah, and Bethany, I hear you on that. Hey, hopefully this was helpful. So yeah, we have like about 5 minutes if people want to kind of do a little wrap up. I finished prepping and scheduling my Saturday video to go live and started working on another one. So it's all been video stuff for me today. What's everybody else been working on?
I just have been reading, and I'm probably gonna get some actual like schoolwork done later, and I actually go into work for a bit and hopefully have time to go to the rink or at least go to the gym.
Sounds good. Yeah, I need to go to the post office and pick up a little bit. And then
are New York City schools closing next week?
We'll see what I can do later today. I don't know. We'll see. we haven't heard yet. I'm hoping not, but maybe. I don't know. I'm glad you're liking it. Awesome.
Maybe that was not the time to do this, but what wrong going with Tomi Adeyemi? What were you saying about Tomi Adeyemi and SARS?
Oh, I don't remember even the details. She said something that people were upset about, and I'm not the right person to ask about it. I think
okay.
Probably Noria, I know, was talking about it. Like, I think whatever her response was not
so
good. I don't remember the exact details.
Explains why I didn't hear about it.
Okay. Find it.
Okay, we can move on.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Added more books to your book project for next year. Well, good luck. Hopefully you do get some food. That's important. Yeah, a lot of mine's just like prepping videos. I'm starting to work on my end of year stuff because I do a lot of end of year videos, and so I've already filmed 3 most anticipated lists by genre, like 2021 releases, and so I'm like starting to film and edit videos for December because I have a lot that's gonna come. So read a few pages. Nice. Cool. All right, well, I guess that's pretty much it. I've got to go do some other things, but thanks Isabella and everybody else for hanging out today. Hopefully this was fun. Got a few things done and voted. Yep. The Goodreads Choice Awards. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the final
alert doesn't win, or not spoiler alert. One to watch.
One to watch. Spoiler alert! I wrote in. I was like, come on, but no, it's of course
not even here.
I love spoiler alerts.
Yeah, one to watch. I mean, the reason I got it like said spoiler alert is because because of the shows and like the spoilers and all of that, but completely different.
Yeah,
one is good, one is
not. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, maybe guys, if you're interested, maybe I'll like do a live reaction to who wins.
Be funny.
Yeah, I will do that if people are interested. We'll see how it goes. See who wins. I do think they have a better lineup this year than last year in general. So that's good. Yeah, glad it was fun.
Same.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
All my roommates are like leaving and like within a week, and I'm gonna be here by myself for Thanksgiving through like until I leave to go home. So
oh wow,
it's nice to have, I don't even know what I'm gonna do for Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah, I haven't really made plans either. We'll be here somewhere doing something. All right, have a great rest of your day, everybody. I'm gonna say goodbye and thanks for hanging out.